Across the American heartland, a monstrous storm system has left a trail of devastation in its wake. Unleashing a barrage of tornadoes, the storm has ripped through 8 states, leaving behind a grim toll of death and destruction. Homes have been reduced to rubble. Businesses lie in ruins. The landscape is scarred with the raw power of nature's fury. The storm, which began churning in the early hours, caught many off guard. Its ferocity was breathtaking. The tornadoes, some reported as massive wedges, tore through towns and cities with terrifying speed, leaving little time for residents to seek shelter. Mississippi and Missouri have emerged as the hardest-hit states, bearing the brunt of the storm's fury. In Mississippi, the small town of Rolling Fork was virtually wiped off the map by a massive tornado. The storm, described by witnesses as a mile-wide monster, ripped through the town center, leaving a trail of mangled homes and businesses in its wake. In Missouri, the town of Villa Ridge was also heavily impacted. The tornado that struck Villa Ridge, while not as wide as the one that hit Rolling Fork, was no less destructive. Homes were ripped from their foundations, trees were snapped like twigs, and vehicles were tossed about like toys. The storm's path of destruction cut a swath through the heart of the town, leaving residents in shock and disbelief. As of the latest reports, the death toll from the storm system has climbed to a staggering 34, with many more injured. Mississippi has reported the highest number of fatalities, with at least 6 confirmed dead. The number of injured across the affected states has topped 250, overwhelming hospitals and stretching emergency services thin. The storm has also crippled infrastructure, plunging hundreds of thousands into darkness. Over 250,000 customers are without power across the 8 states, with some areas facing extended outages. The lack of power is hampering communication efforts and hindering rescue operations, adding another layer of complexity to the disaster response. While the initial onslaught of tornadoes has subsided, the storm system is far from spent. It continues to churn eastward, packing heavy rain, hail, and the potential for more tornadoes. Meteorologists warn that the threat of severe weather remains high, urging residents in the storm's path to remain vigilant and heed all warnings. Emergency response teams are working tirelessly to search for survivors, provide medical aid to the injured, and restore essential services. The National Guard has been deployed to the hardest-hit areas to assist with rescue and recovery efforts. This is a disaster of significant scale, and the road to recovery will be long and arduous. Yet, amidst the devastation, stories of resilience and compassion are emerging. Neighbors are helping neighbors, volunteers are pouring in from surrounding areas, and communities are coming together to support those who have lost everything.